everyone, it's Gina with Peonies of America, and I am doing step 2 for the Ranunculus planting for fall. We're going to plant these Ranunculus for spring blooms. Last year I planted these corms November 17th, and they grew really well in the winter. There are a few steps that need to be followed through the winter months if you're going to plant them outside. You can do this successfully if you really put a little bit of effort into it. Last year mine were very successful, even though we had negative 20-degree temperatures for over 10 days, and they all survived. And of course you can see the videos of how they survived, and I also did a video during that snowstorm, our freezing temperature, and on my YouTube videos you can go back and you can see how I planted them, what I did for precautionary measures during those freezing months, and so forth. But today this is going to be step 2. I have recently put a video on Facebook for step 1, how to soak your corms. It's very easy, it's very simple. They just need to be put in some water so they can wake up. And what they do is the water will plump up the little corms, and it'll get them ready to be put into the soil. They kind of start out real dry and together like that, but as the water, they'll spread like this and they'll plump up, almost quadruple in size. So I'm going to be planting a new color. It's called Purple Jean. It's an Amadine Ranunculus. And then I've got the really favorite of the brides and most anyone that sees them is the Chamello. They're a little tough to find, and they are a little pricey. The Chamello bloom a really nice large flower, and they're just absolutely beautiful. It's a blush color, pink, very light pink, and some ivory colors, and of course the Ranunculus, they'll kind of throw some variety of colors and shades of that color. The Purple Jean is new. The corms are really small, and what I'm going to do is this is a 3 by 10 above ground box, a 3-foot by 10-foot box. I have it full. I've got compost, and I also have potting soil in here mixed. I've wet it down because it's so dry. It was so dry and had a lot of boulders in it, but I've got it wet, and it's wet down now. So, and that's important. These Ranunculus, we've plumped them up with water, and you do have to give them a little bit of moisture to get them growing, just like any other plant. It's a cool flower. It grows in cooler weather. So let's get started, and I'm going to show you after you've soaked your corms for 3 to 5 hours usually, and as long as they've plumped up and they look like they've absorbed a lot of water, then they're ready to go. So here's my bowl that I showed in the video before, and there's still some water in there, and I'm just going to dump that water out in here onto the soil. And here's one of the little corms that fell out. Now the Purple Jean are very, very small, and I know you probably can't see that from here and I'm on the other side to zoom in. The Purple Jean are very, very tiny compared to the Chamello. The Chamello corms are 5 to 7 eye corms, and then the Purple Jean were supposed to be a 3 to 5 eye, but they're very tiny. And the crown, which is the top part, and I'll use this one, the crown is the top part, and that's where the stems will grow up out of. The legs, the little banana looking things, those are your roots, and those will actually produce your blooms. So the bigger the corm, the more chance you have at getting 7, 10, 15 stems or more of blooms. They'll just keep reflushing themselves. So It's very important after you've soaked them to get them in soil. So after you've soaked your Ranunculus corms, it's very, very important to put them into soil. And don't over soak your Ranunculus, because they'll just fall apart. They will get so waterlogged that they will just come apart and they're no longer no good. So do not over soak Ranunculus corms, very important. So I'm going to intermix these. So I'm just going to dump these out here on the soil. And I'm going to kind of mix these a little bit, so when I grab and go, they're already kind of mixed in together. So here's my mound. I have 200 corms that I've got to get into the ground. So what I like to do is, I'm just going to start right here in the middle so you can see. I just use my hand because I don't want these to go down too far. I only want them to go down about an inch, ½ inch, an inch. So when I put these in, I put the crown. I'm going to put the crown where the stems were, pointing up. The legs, the banana-looking legs, are your roots right here. You want those in the soil so they can continue to root out and grow. So the banana-looking legs go into the soil. The crown, the flat part up here, is going to go up because that's where your stems are going to grow out of. So I put a purple gene in there and I'm just going to cover it. You've got really pay attention to where you've started too. So, and this is what I was talking about in here. Look at this boulder. And it's hard, it's dry. I'm just going to take it out. And that's another thing when you go to planting these. Really check the bed where you're going to be planting it. Make sure you have it preconditioned. Make sure it's ready to go. It's soft. That's why I wet this bed down, and it still did not even get that far down. So my second corm, about ½ inch to an inch. I put the legs, the banana-looking legs, down into the soil, and I have the crown facing up, and I'm just going to cover it lightly. Don't pat them in. Don't push them down. Just put them in there and cover them. And I'm going to continue to go on this line. I've got a lot to do. And I'm just okay, as you can see, 200 corms did not go very far, and to fill up this bed, this 3-foot by 10-foot bed, I could easily put another 200 in here. So, and I put them just about an inch and a half spacing apart. And so 200 went very fast, and some of them I even put 2 in one hole because the purple gene were just so tiny. So I went ahead, some of them had 1 eye, some of them had maybe like 2 or 3. So I went ahead and put an extra corm in there. So I kind of doubled up on the purple gene. So that's why they didn't go very far. But I bet I got probably just about a little over a half of this bed done. So I still have close to, I don't know, about 600 ranunculus left. So what I'll do is I will check to see if I have any more chamello, and I will fill the rest of the bed with chamello. The box, it's 3 foot across by 10 foot long. And you can kind of see where the dirt has been messed up right here. And there's a little bit opening here and then along the edge. And I do have some white Blanco ranunculus that would absolutely look gorgeous in here too. We'll see how these come up. And like I said, 100 to 200 do not go very far. But now if you have big corms, and most of you had very, very good healthy corm scent, you could actually space them out 2 inches apart. Would be very healthy. Now as these grow, if I need to, I can move some this winter and then patch it out through here, and that's probably more than likely what I'll do. I did get them pretty darn close to each other, but I like mine to be really thick and real vibrant and dramatic as they grow. So I hope y'all got something on this video and understood it. I will be planting some more, and I will show you how I do those, and those will be in the ground. I'm going to add the salmon and the 5 corms that I had left.